Hi, welcome to the online meeting with USWPS University. This is our first one out of series of webinars, during which, with the help of experts, we will try to resolve any doubts regarding studying abroad. For the next few months, we will help you prepare for studying in Poland, and we will try to answer the questions that bother you the most. As you can see in the title of today's webinar, we will talk about legalization of stay. This webinar is financed by National Agency for Academic Exchange. My name is Martyna Nadstawna and I am Admissions Officer. I'm here today with Tomasz Lewsandowski, Ph.D., who is the Coordinator of Law Studies at the Faculty of Psychology and Law, USWPS University branch in Poznań. Despite his academic achievements, he works as an attorney at law specialized in the field of personal data protection, labor law, and the law of higher education and science. Scientifically, he deals with public international law, international humanitarian law of armed conflicts, and the philosophy of international law. Good afternoon, Tomasz.
Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Before we start, I would like to strongly encourage you to check the updates on our website. There are more meetings to come, which will cover the topics of the detailed visa process, job market situation in Poland, studying in Poland, practical aspects of daily life in Poland, and so on. My colleague Julia is available to answer any questions you may have in the chat box, so do not hesitate to ask them. Before we begin, let's watch a short video introducing you to USWPS University.
USWPS University is not just an institution, it is a community of people, united in their efforts, their experiences, and their potential. This idea has been our guiding light since our inception, and through this, we believe that as a seat of higher learning, we must recognize problems, recognize possibilities, and take responsibility for finding solutions to challenges. We understand that nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. And only by building bridges between people and institutions, and by supporting our business partners, can we break outdated patterns. We know that numbers are important, but relationships are crucial, and therefore we focus on people. We know that the world is both a beautiful and frightening place, and that we can have an impact on social change. Therefore, we focus on hard and soft skills, but mainly on human happiness. We believe that our university's roots in psychology can provide a foundation for other areas of expertise, that a solid understanding of business allows us to better meet the needs of society, carry out projects and research, provide expertise, and implement innovation that brings together academics and entrepreneurs, that thanks to the processes and technology we implement, we can provide a comfortable work and life environment, even in difficult circumstances like the global pandemic. We popularize science in many, really many ways. And we recognize that these are effects of our work, and this, and this. We believe that this is a well-designed chair, tool, application, experience. And as one of the most active research institutions, we can foster collaboration between the most renowned experts in Poland and beyond. And that the best experts, researchers and practitioners from a variety of disciplines, can specialize in many areas, such as human development, mental health, socially responsible projects, accessible design, human rights, civil society, new technologies such as AI, UX, image management, sustainable development, management, zero waste, eco-packaging, and many other areas. We know that a modern university never stops changing. Therefore, as USWPS University, together with our partners, academic professionals, and students, we look to the future with courage. Not only are we ready for what tomorrow brings, but we can also shape the future. We, the university.
Welcome back, and now let's move on to the main part of the webinar, and let's start from the beginning. Here's my first question to Tomasz. Who is entitled to study in Poland and on what basis?
Well, the shortest answer is that everyone willing to study in Poland, yes, because as a country we are very open for international students. Like even last week, I've been participating here in Poznań in a conference concerning international student mobility in Poland, and like unofficial statistics or official statistics that there are like more than 100,000 international students in Poland. Like so it's a kind of a big city in total, yes. So it's a number which is highly representative. Obviously not comparable to the number of international students in the United States of America or in the United Kingdom, but still, like among the European Union states, it's quite a lot of students, and they're from various countries. So anyone who has got necessary credentials, like simply graduated even in his home country educational system, and is able to study in Poland, simply fulfills the internal regulations of a particular university he or she is interested in, and also fulfills the legal requirements to enter the territory of the Republic of Poland, to study and then to obtain temporary residence card based on a student status, is able to do so. So as for your question, there is no difference among nationalities which are not able to, which members of this national which are not able to conduct studies. However, there are different aspects of free group of international students which right now are considered. Yes. So the first one is whether you are international student from EU member state or whether like the Schengen zone or European Economic Area, then you are still international students, but somehow because of our Polish membership in the European Union and the Schengen zone, it's easier for you to simply come to Poland and stay here, not only for studies but for work or simply to live here as such. And then there is the second group, like non-EU students, and among them there is the third group, like which recently appeared due to the international armed conflict in Ukraine, namely students from Ukraine, which who obtained the special treatment. So yeah, that's generally the answer for the question. Yes, so anyone willing to study in Poland and who fulfills the internal criteria of university, namely educational requirements and external but legal requirements concerning the entrance and stay on the territory of the Republic of Poland, may study.
Okay, thank you. So now we know who can apply for studies, and the second step of actually moving here is the legalization of stay. There are different types of this process, and they differ based on your nationality, passport hold, current residence. Could you explain to our guests what are the differences?
Yes, as I already told you, that there are like different groups of migrants, of international students. Let's use this name, international students, simply international candidates, and different ways to simply legalize your stay in Poland. However, first of all, you need to enter the Republic of Poland, enter the territory, and that's like the first step. So in Polish law of aliens, there are like two different, there's two separate but somehow connected legal institutions. Firstly, like the entry on the Republic of Poland on our territory, and then the legalization of stay, which is like subsequent. So first of all, if you are sitting and watching this webinar, or you are anywhere else outside of the Republic of Poland considering to come here, like not only for studies, but even for a short trip, you need to think, where are you from? What is your citizenship? And where are you currently located? Yes, and what is your reason of being there? Because it somehow also may happen, especially when you are located in the European Union and you have your stay legalized there. For example, in Netherlands, in Spain, in France, in Hungary. Then you first of all need to contact the university in which you are interested in, and obviously this will be SWPS University, since this is the webinar of this university, and our admission office and admission officers will exactly tell you what you need to do, but only in the sphere of internal requirements of the university. Yes, the common mistake is that the candidates, international candidates, think of international admission office as the official point of information of vojevoda or any other public administration office, which will give you like legally binding information concerning the legalization of your stay. Yes, so do not confuse it. Like we as the university, obviously we are willing to help you, to advise you where to go, where to obtain such information, where to fill documents, what documents you need. However, we are not acting on behalf of the office. So we are not going to legalize your stay for you. Even if we would like to, we cannot do so. Yes. So first of all, contact us. We will tell you what aspects should you think about. Yes. Then already you can start the recruitment process. Yes. So you're simply recruiting yourself. You are like fulfilling these internal requirements, and you receive the confirmation from the university that you've been admitted. Yes, so you have this status of student in SPE, so the candidate of student, but you know, officially enrolled. Why this enrollment and this admission is important? Because in accordance with Polish law, the university, SWPS, and other universities, especially these ones which are concerned academic universities, so it's like higher level of recognition, they need to provide you with a small piece of paper called of like the certificate of enrollment. Like the certificate of enrollment is based on official template, like governmental template, which is the appendix to the regulation to the law of on Alliance. Yes, so the SWPS, they do not have their own template. They do not modify it. Simply, you know, the form to be filled with your data, and with this document, yes, you have the confirmation that we are considering you as our student, that you are welcome to come and to start your studies. Yes, but it doesn't mean that this document legalizes your entry and your stay. With this document, then you need to go to the nearest Polish consulate, yes, to obtain a visa. Unless, obviously, you are the student from the EEA member state. Then you do not need to have the entry visa due to the freedom of mobility. Yes, but it doesn't mean that you can stay here forever. I will talk later about it. Then the consul, based on this confirmation, which is official, yes, has knowledge that you've been recognized by the university. The better university in Poland, the easiest way to convince consulate that this is okay. There are like some universities which need to go through special procedure and which need to get the special approval of the Minister of Internal Affairs to be able to issue such certificates. However, SWPS is able to issue such certificates based on law. So we do not need to have any special recognition by the minister, because we are as good that our level of trust and our level of public recognition is that based simply on law, SWPS can issue such certificates. So it's a good news, yes, that the consul will know our brand. Therefore, based on this certificate, you could apply for a visa. There are two types of visa, Visa C, Visa D. The most popular is Visa D, because Visa D only is like, you know, the country visa. So you can come to Poland and that's all. You can go abroad. Yes. And then Visa C, that's so-called Schengen visa. So you could go through all the Schengen member states. With a visa, there is one problem, that it lasts maximum to 180 days. So it's not much, 6 months. Yes, and obviously you are not coming here to study for 6 months. Yes, it's impossible. Like it's one semester, like more than one semester. Like some students, they start studies and they discontinue them after the first exam session. So 6 months is enough for them to decide that never to study again or to switch the course. But still, 6 months is not enough. Yes. Therefore, this is the next step you need to follow. You need to legalize your stay, and there are different methods and means to do. There are different grounds to legalize your stay. Like, the most common way to legalize your stay is to have a purpose. So the ground for validity of your stay is always the legitimate purpose. And the studies are one of such legitimate purpose. It's probably like number 2 legitimate purpose after work, after employment, which is like the most common ground. The main idea is that in order to be legally in Poland, you need to have at least one valid ground. Yes. So if you come to Poland, for example, yes, and you like to work, then you apply for temporary residence permit, yes, based on your employment, not on your studies, because the legal ground of your stay and the main purpose of your stay should be real and actual. So you cannot apply for TRC with student annotation, and you will be not following classes, academia, because you only want to enter employment market or do some other things in Poland than studies. So it must be consequence. However, if you work in Poland and your stay has been legalized on this ground, you may conduct studies as well. Yes. Or for example, if you move to Poland with your whole family and you legalize your stay as a member of family, or if you came to Poland a few years ago, you had a romantic relation with some Polish person, or you met a Polish person abroad, which is really common because there are like many international marriages here in Poland and outside of Poland. So it's not a shame to be married to Pole. It's a privilege, as they say, not only through the quality of this relationship, but also through the quality of the stay in Poland, because it makes things easier. Yes. Please do not treat this as some matrimonial advice, or also to conduct some fake marriages just to have the legalization of stay. But yes, the common point is that if you have even different grounds to stay in Poland than studies, like employment, marriage, family membership, then you can apply for studies here in Poland. Yes. So for example, you are working in Poland for 2 years and then you are craving for additional education, postgraduate studies or whatsoever, or you simply needed to, skip few steps in the ladder of your employment achievements, then you are free to go. Yes. The only idea is that for the full program of studies, you need to have this legal ground and to stay, yes, and to have a deal.
So how about the candidates for part-time studies? Is there a difference between the rights of the student and the legalization of stay?
Yeah, there is a small difference. Obviously, luckily, like in Poland, like both like full-time and part-time students can study. Like in Poland, the meaning of part-time studies is somehow different than in this Western culture, especially in this common law states that part-time in Poland doesn't mean that you study for a few months, then you leave to your home and you do something online and then you come back, etc. Part-time. There are like some programs here in Poland organized in such way, but part-time means that you are studying during weekends, so Saturday, Sunday, meaning, yes, that obviously from Monday to Friday you have other things to do. For example, job, yes, because you need to cover tuition fees, so you need to get the money, yeah. And full-time is that you study from Monday to Friday, and in order to live as a student, you also work, but mainly on Saturdays and Sundays, probably in some gastronomy, or even like from Monday to Friday, and somehow, you know, combine your time with work. But the main difference is that if you are enrolled in full-time studies, then you can also apply for a job and you can work. So simply being a full-time student, like these stationary daily students, like the one who studies from Monday to Friday, this temporary residence permit gives you the entrance to the employment market. However, be aware that if you are abusing this title, so you received you applied for studies at SWPS only for the purpose to have the faster way to obtain free entrance to Polish employment market, then Vojevoda may refuse to give you such temporary residence permit. Yes, so first of all, like your first purpose is study, but employment, you know, you simply want to get some additional money to cover your studies, to cover your accommodation, etc. But the main purpose for you is not to work, but to study. Yes, and in case of non-stationary, like part-time students, there is no, you know, such automatic entrance to Polish labor market. So you need to get separate. Permit to work in Poland, like separate one from, you know, the legalization of stay for the purpose of studies. Also, the difference is that if you would like to study in Poland like full time, then you can apply for student visa. Yeah, which is also a convenient way to enter Poland for the purpose of studies. So it's not like type D visa, like the general for everyone, yes, who applies, but type for studies. So there's a visa with student annotation. If you apply for part-time studies, then you cannot get such visa. You need to get different type D, for example, visa to enter Republic of Poland, and then to apply for temporary residence permit. Yes, but the best way is to simply enter Poland in both cases, and then as soon as possible, yes, do not wait for the last moment, because different things might happen. Apply for temporary residence card, TRC. Why this is so important? Because in Poland we have such beautiful law which states that from the moment you apply, so not from the moment you receive a positive decision, but from the moment you apply, you are in Poland legally until there is negative decision. So we simply believe that every international student is truthful, trustworthy, like not even international student, but any alien who comes here and any foreigner who applies, he or she has a right to stay in Poland, and unless it is proven that there are no conditions to stay and there is the negative decision is issued. The best thing and the worst at the same time is that such proceedings takes a lot of time to get the TRC. It's really troublesome procedure. Not troublesome because of the details, but troublesome because, you know, Poland is victim of its success and everyone wants to come to Poland. I don't know why, yes, but there are like so many foreigners here, and I'm not talking about, you know, migrants from Ukraine coming because of war, because obviously this is like the peak of the mountain, but really we are a popular country, yeah, and our offices in Vojevoda, they have limited resources, and people they have they have families, they need to work only 8 hours per day, yes, and there are like so many cases to be recognized, and each of them individually, each foreigner is different, and he or she should be treated with dignity, with full government attention. Therefore, it takes time, which is somehow which is a paradox of time, because due to law, due to the provisions of the Act of Foreigners, the voevoda has 30 days like to give you such permit, but in reality it takes sometimes around 2 years. Yes, especially when there was the first phase of conflict in Ukraine, when there was a special law stating that any application other than from Ukraine is not going to be recognized. So they were put in a freezer, yes, meaning that you were legally in Poland that time, yes, but the first in the queue were migrants from Ukraine, but this law doesn't apply anymore. It was like for the first step when the huge when the huge impact of migrant wave from Ukraine appears in the Republic of Poland. So why is it terrible at the same time? Because you may say, okay, so no one is considering my case. I'm in Poland happily. I can study without even permits. So it's great. Yes, 2 years. 1 year more and I have already bachelor, yes, or 2 years of master studies, perfect, yes, so I'm coming simply home. Well, you can't. The problem is that while waiting for the temporary residence permit, you cannot go home to visit your parents, yes? But anyway, who cares? You're not coming to Poland to come every day to your parents or every month, yeah? Like 2 years without parents is fair enough. They can come visit you, yes, and like pay tuition fee or whatsoever. But obviously, for some people, this is problem, yes, that they are somehow stuck in Poland. They can get back to Poland, but then, get to their country of origin to visit parents or whatsoever. But then it means that they need to start again. So they need to get visa again, yes, to enter the Republic of Poland. If you have the temporary residence permit, you're simply, switching sites whenever you want. Yes, but without it, you cannot stay. This is valid only for the Republic of Poland, and it means that you can neither go to your country of origin nor to any other country. So it's not like that if you legalize, not even legal, when you apply for legalization of stay in Poland, that means that you can go wherever you'd like. Yeah, so you're somehow stuck with us, which for most applicants is okay. Yes, but some people, they have this nostalgic feeling of coming home for Christmas. Yes, I'll be home for Christmas. Yes, there is a song about that. But do not worry, you may also apply to voevoda to faster your case, to call them, to tell them that the Christmas dinner is waiting, and your baby is coming to this world because you left your wife at home. You need to prove that. Yes, so do not lie to the official, and then they will make things easier for you. But from my practice, like 2 years, even for students, yes, is the average time. Yes, there are like students who receive it in 3 months, and there are the students who never receive it. Yes, and they are still in Poland legally. However, if you graduate your studies during the time of waiting for the legalization, you need to inform voevoda that okay, this is pointless to legalize me right now because like I graduated, so goodbye Poland.
Okay, so how about the students from EU? Do they have to legalize their stay in any way?
That's like the most common mistake made by these students, that I'm from the European Union, I have rights. Yes, I can do whatever I want in Poland. This doesn't work like that. Yes, it's common mistake. Obviously, you do not need visa. Yes, you simply come to Poland. You can start your studies. You can appear at the university, but then the time passes. Yes. And you cannot, based on your European nationality, like that European member state nationality, stay in Poland forever. You also need to legalize your stay, to notify that you are in Poland, what is your purpose for study, that your purpose to stay in Poland is studies, and then you also need to legalize it. Because if the deadline happens, and as far as I remember, it's not like 90 days or 180. That makes a difference. But when the time passes, then our beloved border guard may appear at your front door and tell you like, hello, you're a foreigner, what is your legal grounds to say? And then you say, I am from the European Union member state, please go away. And they will say, yes, yesterday it might have been true, but right now your time is left, and they will kick you out of Poland. Yes, and that that might be troublesome. Like, no one wants to have, deportation stamp in his passport, because like somehow it makes it more difficult to travel abroad, to travel around the world. But it happens. So even if you are from the European Union member state, or you are legally there, because you are not like but you are legally there, you have like permanent residence permit there, yes, due to any other grounds and based on the law of these states, and you come to Poland legally and you stay here for some period of time, you need to legalize your stay. Obviously, it's much easier than in the case of someone, because you're simply registering yourself. Yes, that here I am. This is my legal stay. You bring the documents from the university confirming that you are a student. This also applies for Erasmus students. So even if you are not considering Poland for whole studies, which is a mistake, obviously, yes, but you want, to get in touch, like to get a taste of Polish education and of Polish tourism market and whatever you would like, yes, then yes, try Erasmus, but also, you need to register yourself as an Erasmus student. Yes, this is really. This is really something. And I had a case once I lived in Lithuania. Yes, I had such wonderful period. So if anyone from Lithuania is watching, Laba diena, labas rytas for you. And I have, friends from Turkey. Turkey is from outside of the European Union, but they are in the Erasmus program as well. Yes, and there was a case that we were legalizing ourselves, like all of us were coming to the foreigners office in Vilnius. Yes, based on that, and there was like human mistake. Yes, that my poor friend Bilal, some official lost his documents. Yes, and then like 6 a.m. the Lithuanian border guard is coming to dormitory, huge effect, and they're taking poor Bilal, handcuffed, yes, like they were somehow prejudiced if you're like Middle East or something, and they're taking him to the airport and sending him to Istanbul, yes. So he flew back to Istanbul. It took him some time, to get visa again, to get things right, because they obviously knew that there was a mistake. So at least the Lithuanian office said that we are deeply sorry. Yes, and they even gave him some money to cover the travel costs. Like they paid for that travel to Istanbul, but then back they also give him money. So at least Bilal had a free holidays with his Turkish family. Yes, but still, a stress of being deported, and also the stamp in his passport, like Lithuanian, meaning that he was deported. So it was not nice. In this case, it was the mistake of the official who simply said, okay, Turkey is not in the European Union, and there was this confusion with the Erasmus status of Turkish students. But still, yes, do not make that mistake, and do not consider your European member state citizenship or your permanent residence permit in such state as a top guarantee that you can do anything you want in Poland for any time you would like. Yes, that's really something you need to take care of.
Thank you. I would like to add that sometimes the difference between the EU members and non-EU member students is that they must pay different amount of tuition fee, but not on our university.
Yeah, we do not do so. We do not discriminate. Yes, that's. I don't know what is the reason of such discriminations. Once I asked it doesn't mean that we think that the people from the outside of the European Union, they have more money, so we at Polish University can make profit of them. I think that the reason behind this differentiation is that some universities, they do not trust students from outside of the European Union, and the bigger tuition fee, especially when it's paid not in total but at least like partially, proves to the authorities that your real purpose of studies, yes, is like your real purpose of staying in Poland is studies, that you are really committed to it because you pay so much money. And also, on the other hand, we cannot discriminate European Union students towards Polish students. So if the Pole pays, like 1,000 euros for studies, then we cannot take 2,000 euro studies, 2,000 euros from the European Union students, because we are all, I don't want to say all equal, but we're on the same market, yeah, and there is the same condition, so we cannot, discriminate and give different treatment to the EU member state citizens. For some universities, that's enough, but as open-minded university, we think that no one should be discriminated towards Polish students and Polish people, and since Polish people are the best in the world, we simply treat everyone as the best person ever. So we do not perform such activities. So we are not taking advantage of the fact that simply you are not from the EU member states. Probably you are even. We're not going to punish you for that, and I think that's awesome. Yes, so I'm really proud of the fact that we do not discriminate anyone like that.
Yeah, that's true. We are proud of that also. Moving on, one of the requirement documents in the visa process is health insurance. Could you tell us what options students have, and also why is it so important?
Well, obviously it's important because if something happens to you in Poland, then when you go to hospital, and after leaving the hospital you receive a bill. It's like in everywhere in the world, and healthcare is expensive. Yes, healthcare is expensive, even for some minor stomatological problems with your toothache, headache, or hospital treatment lasting few days. Like that's really expensive. We have a very good healthcare. In Poland, we make a lot of fun about Polish healthcare. We complain about it and say that it's really bad, underfinanced, and whatsoever. This is not true. So do not make fun of Polish healthcare. Only Polish people can make fun of Polish healthcare. Yes. So we are really proud of it. We have the best doctors. Our the medicine in Poland is at top level. So do not feel scary about Polish healthcare. However, it's expensive if you are not insured, as already mentioned, if you do not have healthcare insurance. And there are different ways to do so. You may buy yourself a private healthcare. Yes, you simply buy yourself insurance and everywhere else. You can buy it either in your home country or in Poland, but that's really expensive. Yes, to have it privately. You may also, yes, if you are here for the purpose of study, legalize yourself in Polish healthcare system. So you can buy Polish public insurance, which is not so expensive. Yes, so you pay really a small amount of money. I don't remember how much money it's right now, but it's really reasonable price. Yes, really competitive towards the open market insurance. And then you are in so-called National Health Fund, NFZ, and then you are able to go to Polish doctors with any problem you have. Also, if you are from the European country, there is a possibility to have this blue card, as it is called, blue card of European health insurance, and this simply, it's not a kind of a separate insurance of whatsoever. This is a simply confirmation of you registering like through your home country healthcare to Polish healthcare. So you know that this is somehow mixed, and all this money transfer will be simply going between them. But it's really important, and also it's not only important because of the fact that when something happens, then then you need to pay for that, because that if you have money you may pay. Yes, that's not a problem. But this is also a requirement for the temporary residence permit. You need to show the authorities that you have been insured. For some universities, it is also required to start your studies. Yes, because no one wants to have problems with you when you are sick and without any money. Yes, because you know we will feel responsible for you, but you know we won't be able to help you. So our state and our laws say that you are welcome to come here, to stay here, but do it responsibly, and we take care about it that that this is a requirement to do so. So don't forget about it. If you forget about it, then our government will remind you that you cannot start studies and you cannot legalize your stay without it. Yes.
I would also like to mention that since the admissions process are open and the academic year starts in October, you can sign the declaration saying that you will participate in national healthcare insurance in Poland upon your arrival, which will allow you to proceed with your application without having to buy health insurance 10 months before your arrival.
Yes,
and the
exactly.
declaration is available in the application form. So now let's move on to another topic. We talked about this before, but we can come back because we have more and more questions if it's possible for the family of the student to join them in Poland. So firstly, can they visit a student? And then I think the more difficult question, can they move and settle here in Poland?
Yes, like both of these solutions are possible. So first of all, like if your parents, like your girlfriend, boyfriend, or like friends, they would like to visit you, like for a few days, they can come. Yeah, but what they need to do, they need to get a visa if they are from the visa requirement country, or if they are from the European Union country. So they are simply coming and having fun with you. Yes, that's not a problem. But short stay, yes, like no one wants to have guests for such long. When it comes for the longer period, for example, like you have like left your family, like your darling mother and lovely father in your home country, and they need to live with you, then they can come. And they can come and have their separate title to stay in Poland. So they would like to work there, so they apply separately outside of your study. They are not simply using your student status to legalize their stay. Yes, like you know, your wife, your girlfriend, they can come to Poland to start to work, to start studies at different university or a different course, and they are doing the thing individually, and that's really easy. Yes, like depending on the state which you're from, and simply this is like the separate story from your story. However, there is a possibility also that you're studying in Poland. Yes, you have this legalization say, and you want to be reunited with your family member who would like simply to stay here with you. Yes, to take care about your affairs when you're studying, and you're studying in Poland, and for example, you have like sick family member, or simply the family member that doesn't want to work. Yes, it's not the requirement. You have a right to work, not the obligation. So there is a possibility to legalize the stay of such purpose. However, there's one problem. If your legalization stay ends, the legalization stay of such person ends as well. So his or her status is somehow dependent on your legalization stay. Yes, so when you graduate, you lose your status of students. Then it might influence also their status. So both of you and your family would need to seek different grounds to stay in the in the Republic Poland. Also, there is also the question of money. Previously, I said that you need to have this health insurance, but also you need to have money to stay in Poland. Not much, yes, but you need to prove to the vojevoda who is considering your case that you have enough money to stay in Poland for the applied period of time, and enough money to get home. So the longer you're going to stay in Poland and the farther you come from, you need to prove that you have money for, first of all, for accommodation and for everyday living. But this is not a big amount of money. I have prepared some notes about it. How does it look? So for example, like students from Ukraine needs to prove that he has around 550 zlotys per month plus 200 zlotys for travel home and around 2000 zlotys for studies. If it's like that, then it means that it's around 10,000 zlotys. Yes, it doesn't mean that you have these 10,000 zlotys in your pocket already, but you need to prove that you will have such money. If you are from China and you have your kid with you, that you are coming from China, you have like daughter or son, then it means that you need like 457 for student, 457 for your kid. Since this is lower number than the case of individual students from Ukraine, because you obviously share accommodation with your kid, so you don't need a separate one for the kid. Travel home 2,500 zlotys plus cost of studies 2,000 zlotys. It means that for 15 months it will be 23,000 zlotys. So it's not much, per month to show. It's around 500-600 zlotys, which is really, really low. This is like below the minimal salary in Poland, much below. So these are the money for simple existence in Poland. Like I'm still thinking whether you can even breathe for such amount of money. But this we do not establish a big threshold of costs of living for international students, because we don't need to ban anyone from coming and legalizing the stay in Poland based on his economic status. Poland is like the United States of America. We are the land of opportunities. So even if you are broke and you come to Poland, in 1 year you can become a millionaire. Yes, so then we do not forbid you to start your career and your path of becoming successful.
Thank you. I think we've covered all the topics we have prepared for today, but I have one more question from the chat. Someone asked about the payment of the tuition fee, the payment in installments. Would it be a problem for the residence application?
Nope. No, it wouldn't be a problem, but you need to pay your installments on time, because then the university may consider you of being in breach of contract with university, and then the university will start the procedure of it's a bad word, but of expelling you. But like in our language, we do not use expelliarmus like in Harry Potter, but we are simply crossing you out from the list of students. And when we do so, we are obliged by law to inform vojevoda about that. And upon receiving such information, vojevoda knows that you are illegally in Poland. Yes, that your legal ground to stay in Poland is off, and if you do not have any other legal ground like employment or marriage or whatsoever, then you may get deported. Yes, so also while being in Poland, you need to be even more obedient citizen than Polish people, because like we can go to jail and no one is going to kick us out of our country, but in case of foreigners, like everything must be done in a due way. Yeah?
Okay, so I would like to mention that on our university you can pay the tuition fee in 1, 2, or 10 installments. So as you can see, it's up to you. So I think that's all the time we have for today. Please remember that more information you can also find on our website. Julia will send you a link to our website where you can read more about it. Also, you can learn more about SWPS University directly from our international students. You can book an online appointment with them and ask about their student experience at SWPS University and different aspects of living in Poland. In the chat box, you will find a link to book an appointment with them. I would like to thank you, my guest, Dr. Tomasz Lewsandowski, for a good deal of useful information, for which I'm sure many of our future students will be very grateful. Thank you,
please
Tomasz.
come to Poland and do not consider only SWPS in Warsaw, because like we have 6 campuses. So, even while waiting for the temporary residence permit, when you cannot go home, you can still move around all our campuses and try different parts of Poland, because Poland is so big and each part has its own soul. So we are probably the only university which can give you such opportunity to pick between 6 places, from the seaside in Sopot to almost the mountains in Krakow. Yes, so be aware of that, and do not limit it yourself to Warsaw, because Poland has so much more to offer.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for watching us today, and please check our website for the upcoming online meetings that we've prepared for you. The very next one will take place on April 9th, and we will talk about the detailed visa process and requirements. Thank you for today and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.